All right, I guess that's me to start. Thanks everybody for being here at 9:30. Today I'm going to be talking about some convergence patterns in empirical MCMC datasets. This is some postdoc work I'm doing with Bob Thompson at the University of Hawaii. Cool. So most people in this room probably know the basic goal of Bayesian phylogenetics is estimating a phylogeny under some specified model of evolution. Model evolution is going to include things like our tree topology, our branch lengths on our tree, and some substitution model. And then as we get into more complex models, things like analytic blocks and whatever, many additional parameters potentially. This is kind of a base subset. Once we have our model of evolution in hand, we can go about estimating our posterior probability or our posterior distribution. What we're interested in is the probability of our hypothesis, our phylogenetic hypothesis, given our data under our model. And we do that using Bayes' theorem. And one thing that is that the denominator of Bayes' theorem is this quantity of the marginal likelihood. That's the probability of the data over all possible hypotheses. And because that's over all possible hypotheses, we really can't calculate that quantity analytically, which means we can't calculate the posterior probability analytically. So instead, what we're left with is using Markov chain Monte Carlo to approximate posterior distribution numerically. And MCMC, Markov chain Monte Carlo, is a really neat trick because it lets us do Bayesian estimation really at all for anything, especially phylogenetics. But it comes with some major caveats. So one of the biggest is that convergence is essential. So in order for any of our Bayesian analyses to be valid, any of our parameter estimates that we get from trees, we need to ensure that our Markov chains are arriving at the posterior distribution and sampling from that region of high probability. If we haven't achieved convergence, if we're sampling from regions of low probability or local peaks, then essentially all of the estimates we get are useless garbage, which we generally don't want. Convergence then is one of the great challenges for Bayesian inference in general, because of this problem where convergence is never guaranteed for any chain of a finite length. I don't know about everybody else, but I like to run all of my chains for finite lengths. And then beyond just that broad challenge for Bayesian estimation, MCMC estimation in general, in phylogenetics we have several additional challenges that we run into. One of the biggest is this quantity we're interested in topology. So in many analyses, topology is going to be our primary quantity of interest. We want to know what the tree is, how things are related. But trees are a really weird parameter of a model. So it's this discrete quantity, it's not particularly easily numerically summarized, and they require these specialized moves to move from different topologies and traverse tree space. So things like where we cut off pieces of the tree, stick them on randomly other parts while the circles. It's just very different from most of the other parameters that we deal with in statistical. Even if we're not dealing with topology, we're dealing with more standard statistical parameters, we often end up with these non-standard distributions. So we get these multimodal, strangely peaked distributions, things with weird skews that are pretty non-standard, that don't follow some more typical statistical distributions. And then we combine all these together, where we've got these weird distributions for parameters, we've got topology added in, we can end up with these really rugged parameter landscapes where we have these regions of high probability that are separated from each other by these deep valleys of low probability. And those can be really difficult to move between for Markov chains, and making it difficult to effectively estimate the posterior, unless we add in some of these specialized tricks like metropolis coupling and other things that we can do to hopefully traverse that better. But it makes estimation difficult. So given the critical importance of convergence, and the fact that we never are guaranteed to hit convergence, what we're left with instead is trying to find ways to diagnose convergence, trying to use some heuristics to determine if we failed to converge or if it seems like we're getting posterior distribution adequately. Probably the most common and simplest of these is just plotting parameter values to the chains. Everybody's everybody's probably seen trace plots like this from Tracer. Sure hope so. So on the left here, we've got a chain that's mixing pretty poorly. That's bad convergence. On the right, we've got what looks like better convergence. Obviously, still not guaranteed, but that's the posterior. But it looks much better. So we do that, try and get a handle on how well our chains are mixing convergence. Better than looking at just single chains is we can plot multiple chains on top of each other. Might even look like it, but this is two chains in blue and black on top of each other. So when we have multiple chains that are starting from different starting points, when they converge onto the same distribution, that gives us some confidence that that's the posterior rather than some suboptimal peak, because they're starting from different spots, but hopefully they're not hitting the same local optimum. Again, it's not guaranteed that they're not, that can still happen. We also then have quantitative metrics. The most common of these that most people probably encountered is the effective sample size. This is a measure of the number of independent statistical samples that would be equivalent to our autocorrelated Markov chain set, because those tend to be autocorrelated just because of the nature of the Markov chain. We also have other statistics like potential scale reduction factor, which compares variances between and within chains to determine basically how similar distributions are of continuous parameters among multiple independent chains. Plotting those parameter values from different chains. We additionally have a suite of topology-specific diagnostics. So we have most common use of these, probably average standard deviation split frequencies, where we're looking at basically how similar the splits are in trees across two or more chains. And then somewhat more recently and less commonly used still, we have adaptations of effective sample size, where we can calculate that for trees, basically using tree distances to calculate effective sample size for topology. So despite the critical importance of convergence and the existence of several of these convergence diagnostics that we can use to try to get at whether our chains are converging or not, we still don't know all that much about convergence in empirical systems. So a lot of the knowledge that we have as systematists is based largely on intuition. So people run a whole bunch of their own analyses and start to get a feel for things like when you add more taxa, your analyses tend to take longer. Bigger data sets, harder to converge sometimes, and definitely as you have model complexity, things get harder. We do have sets of some studies that have been based on simulated data sets or small numbers of empirical data sets. There's still really no broad studies on empirical convergence across a large set of empirical data sets. So what we set out to do was try to take some steps towards getting this kind of study. So we formed a survey of empirical chains. We generated a data set of more than 30,000 outputs from Mr. analyses. About 8,000 of these came from some recent papers in the Thompson lab, and then another 23,000 or so we generated monthly data sets from the phylogenetic database, and then ran those through Mr. and run them over there. So with those 30,000 or so Mr. outputs in hand, we went through and summarized convergence diagnostics, MCMC acceptance rates, and correlation with data set properties. So we did a whole lot of different aspects with this. I'm not going to have time to go through all what we did, so just kind of sampling some of what we found in trying to interrogate this data set of MCMC output. So just starting off, the first thing that we did, just at a really broad scale, is look at how well it seemed like these chains are converging based on commonly used diagnostic thresholds. So we started looking at do all of the non-topology parameters in the chain have effective sample sizes greater than 200? Use the average standard deviation split frequencies that measure topology similarity across multiple chains. Is that less than 0.01? Do we have high correlations in split frequencies among multiple chains? Is the PSRF a potential scale reduction factor? Is that showing that our parameter values are similar across chains? And then is our topological ESS value above 200? And what we see is that all these thresholds are being passed by more than 97% of the chains we've selected. That's good news, unless you're for some reason moving against the Bayesian analysis. I'm not, so it's good news. Means that overall, these chains that were all designed to average have converged well, and that we're generally, when we're trying to hit analyses, not failing for some weird reason that we haven't detected. Next thing we went in and did was looked at some of the move acceptance rates. So these are the moves that act on the parameters in the markup chain and tweak them so that we can reach our errors of high probability. And we're generally trying to target acceptance rates in the 20 to 70% range. And we see that most of these moves are pretty tightly suited. This is again across all those 30,000s on analyses. Most of these are pretty tightly clustered around about 25 or 30 or so. We do have some parameters that have really wide distributions. These are things like our node slider, NI moves, SPR moves, and TR moves. These are all all moves that act on the topology. So, topology being this weird parameter that requires these weird moves, we do see that is it's hard to make those proposals work well on that and get good acceptance rates. And it might just reflect the kind of nature of the tree space, where some particularly low acceptance rates just might be encountered even with really good proposals. When you have really peaked tree space, where you have one tree that has all your probability, you're going to be rejecting lots and lots of moves. Similarly, if you have a really diffuse tree space, you might be accepting lots of moves, just because of the nature of the tree space. Next thing we did was go in and look at concordance among diagnostics, so trying to determine if our different diagnostics are giving us different information about convergence, or if failing one diagnostic means that we basically fail all the others. So can we use just one diagnostic, or do we need to use multiple? And basically we need to use multiple. So here looking at failures of effective sample size for topology versus the log likelihood, you see that there's really very little overlap between chains that fail both of these, and we have a lot of chains that fail just for the likelihood or just for topology. So really, we care about both of these in our analyses, and speed up a little bit. But so we need to use both the topology and non-topology diagnostics in order to really effectively evaluate convergence. Similarly, if we look at multi-chain versus single-chain diagnostics, so we've got our scale reduction factor and ever standard deviation split frequencies for topology and non-topology on the left, and then just whether chains are failing sample size or one or more parameters. There's some more overlap here, but still a lot of chains that are failing one or the other, but not both. So this might be partially reflective of chains where we have broken landscapes with chains sampling seemingly well from one of these peaks, but our multiple chains not convergent. So next up, we set out to try to improve convergence for some of these failed analyses. And we used across a few thousand datasets, strategies. We changed the heating, or used model average substitution models to average over subsets of GTR model. And unfortunately found little effect on convergence. So these both seem like good candidates to improve convergence, and neither one really panned out. So instead, what we then did was pull out just 20 of the worst converging analyses and try to manually examine those and see if we could figure out what was going on with those. Some of them just need to be run longer. So here we have just a long burn-in phase, and then we end up with not very many samples post-burn-in. If you run that chain for longer, you get just fine convergence. Others, we found poor mixing for substitution model parameters. And so if we simplify the models by using either empirical base frequencies rather than estimated, or an HKY model rather than GTR, we got much better convergence. So taken from improving convergence is that at least of the two candidates that we explored, they don't seem to be universal solutions where you supply a single solution. Simplifying models can't help, but it's probably going to require identifying the specific cause of failure. And I'm done, so